Hello and welcome to the ZSS 103 TV Sportsman Series today at Richmond. And interesting note, be honest here, this is sort of most lower series races are, but this is sort of going to be somewhat of a test race on her a little bit for the Cars and Cup Series this upcoming Wednesday. For their second race to round 16. Meanwhile, here in the ZSS, we have 5 races to the playoffs, and a lot of guys. There's only 8 spots out of like 40 or so drivers in this field. So, and when I initially started this season, there was only like 32. So that was the original plan. And the reason I don't make it to like round 12, round 16 is because I'd already made the schedule and it'd be too much work. I just didn't want to go through the hassle, updating all that. That'd make it a little bit more challenging for a lot of guys to get in and make it a little more exciting in a sense, I hope. So, and also kind of an experiment. This is kind of an experiment series in a sense. But we'll see how it goes. A lot of interesting guys near the cut line right now with 5 races left. 5 races left until the playoffs, and we got 2 guys making their debut today. I see one of them right now, and you might see them as well. And yeah, that's interesting. 20 laps in today's race, so it's gonna be interesting as well. There's Logan Conrad, number 14. He's making his debut. And then number 14, Duncan Ford. And then in number 61, Uline Ford, is Carl Anderson making his debut. He's not starting as great, but trying to get something going. And, you know, probably at this point get practice because he's not going to make the playoffs. But, you know, I mean, there's a slim chance he'll make the playoffs, but it's like really slim for either of those guys to make the playoffs because they just started and it's like 5 races to the playoffs and they would have to really lead a lot of laps, and there's not a lot of laps there to be led, to be honest with you. So it's going to be interesting. And the guy to watch right now is Quadruped. He is the highest running in standings that joined after season start, and he has a win. Then Jacob Shangle has been very consistent, but unfortunately neither of those guys start in the front stage, so they'll have their work cut out for them in this 20-lap event. So that's interesting. And right on the playoff cut line right now, Zevel didn't finish good the past race. Didn't finish as great as Old Spice, but he's starting inside the top 10 today, I believe. Well, just outside, actually. He's starting 12th, right next to Sean Ard, who I believe is the points leader. The 12th car is, so might be Crocs Wireless. I'll need to. Yeah, Sean Ard. Sean Ard has the points lead by not a lot, by 15 or 14 points. Sean Ard has that points lead by, but if he is here where he's at the end of this race in front of Crux Wireless and no one in front like Six Flam or that's really his main threat right now, Six Flam, and other than that, he'll probably keep it. Last week's winner was Eli the Wolf, got his first career win, put him inside the playoff bubble, and he is looking pretty good for the playoffs. Let's go to his cockpit, start the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
James the Fish looking for his 3rd win of the season. So is Six Flame, who's starting 4th. So it's going to be an interesting race, I hope. Green flag in the air here at Richmond, and James the Fish able to pull ahead of the 54 of Anthony McClure, who did fair. Oh, and Anthony McClure put 3 wide, almost 4 wide by Nimrod. Goodness, Nimrod really sent it there. James the Fish holds the lead as Anthony McClure falls back with a whole lot of positions up there on the top, as Unchained in the 0-1 takes second, and I believe we are under caution here at Richmond. Caution is out. I believe a wreck happened back there. Yeah, with all that aggressive racing, I honestly was not expecting any of that. And it looks to be the guy who's second in standings, Crux Wireless, in the 88. Seems to has collided with Quadruped. Just gonna go slow-mo here. Yeah, he already got a really bad start. didn't really start good, and then he's got Jetstream Sam back there, and then Quadruped. We just talked about him. Yeah, he got into the 81 there, both of them into the wall. He's also got the 74 Marcus McCrone, who is probably one of the highest running rich racing forwards other than Six Flame in standings. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put Marcus McCrone that high on the bar, but he's the second highest running forward in standings, so that's interesting. So I may have set the difficulty too high. So that's going to be a factor. Everyone's still in the race. The guy second in points is last, and this is actually a 46 car race. We have maxed out capacity at this point, and there was no part-time drivers in this race either, but mostly just guys who left after season start, and who left after who's left since the season start. And when we get part-time drivers in here, or more guys who join after season start, like Logan Conrad and Carl Anderson did today, I'll probably take them off the roster, and we'll figure it out as the season goes on, and then next season we might expand a little bit. So Logan Conrad running 6th, didn't gain a lot of positions. Anthony McClure, definitely the guy who, but definitely the loss of that there. He got taken 3 wide, almost 4 wide behind Nimrod. Not surprising me by Nimrod. Nimrod hasn't really had that many top rider runs this season, but today is having a real nice one here at Richmond, so that's good. And Anthony McClure, like I said, he's trying to just get a good top 5 run. He is, I wouldn't say he's 100% playoffs ineligible, but he might try something. Then Quadruped definitely eligible for playoffs as well. But today not looking too good for them right now, and so than that. Top 10 right now is pretty much similar to what we had. James Fish, leader, who is looking for win number 3 already. Surprisingly, despite having 2 wins, pretty low, far back in points. So today might put him in a good position. And then mainly because he's inconsistent. He had a pretty similar success in the Cars and Cup Series last season. He had 3 wins, made the playoffs. Unfortunately, got eliminated early in the playoffs. So we'll see how ZSS Richmond does. And Russ Hellmaner announced that he will not be returning to either of the series next season. So he's left a pretty big mark despite not being very active at all. 6 wins across currently 5 wins across both series. That's pretty good. Then Unchained, 2nd, 3rd, Six Flame, 2 wins this season. Currently 4th in points. And then not too far back. Could maybe challenge for the points lead in 2 races. Keep some consistency going. Hasn't really done that very as good as they'd like to, I'm sure. And then Nimrod in 4th, trying to get some good runs going. Just trying to get a good standing right now. And then 5th, Anthony McClure. And 6th, Logan Conrad in his first race. And Crazy BDG trying to get his season turned around. Zigzagoon, he's not out of the playoff picture. Keep an eye on him as we're about to go green. And then 2050 Leon Levins finished 2nd here in the race last year, and I believe finished 2nd last week. So he's not out of the playoffs eyes either. Won at Sugar West last season. That's coming up. And then Shred in the 73, not having a great season, so he's trying to get turned around. As James officially is back to the green, but the 0-1 gets the jump. Unchained has not won a race in this series. That restart actually was very clean. Partially after the caution. Oh! 63 just about spun out in 35. Good scare there. So 0-1 of Unchained, guy who joined after season start, leading his first laps here in the ZSS Richmond. James Fish just about got spun out there on lap 7 as the 54 really getting wide off the corner on the... Oh, Hartenwall goes to 73, 17! Huge wreck in the back. I think there was a wreck the lap prior as Unchained, and the 0-1 leads him to the yellow. That was a huge wreck in the back. 12 of Sean and I were just talking about him possibly extending his points lead. Those thoughts are in the drain now. Let's see what happened here. And I think there was even a wreck before this. I'm not 1,000% sure. So, yeah, they're going 3 wide into turn 1. We've seen this involve Zevel and the 98 of Muhan as well. This took out quite a few cars, good cars at that. Yeah, Shawnard, this is the lap 8. Trying to get these. Yep, just got caught in back bumper shred. We were just talking about shred needing a really good run today. Fortunately, got pounded in the wall very hard, and Zevel very hard in the 12. That's going to hurt his very hopeful playoff run today. Muhan, rookie debut for the 61, demolished. 77, 98. The 07 Jet, I'm sure got Zevel almost. Yeah, Zevel's going to flip because the 07. And then the 02 Jack Ross, Matthew Hill, Crux Wireless, Eat Oreos, trying to slow down enough. Doesn't look like they're going to. Then Quadruped, and the 90, very serious damage. Oh, man. McKello barely getting out of that. Tyler, all those guys called it quits there. And I'm sure we got a lot of cars out of the race now. So Unchained leading his first laps, getting some under yellow, trying to get some stuff, something going here. Let's take a look at the guys out of the race now. It looks like the 7, the 73 Marks, the 73 Shred, Marcus Curran, the 74, the 98 of Muhan, the 12 of Sean Ard, and the 61 likely going to be out of the race, and then Zevel, who was just above the cut line and got caught in a really bad position there. Now out of the race. And then last turning is McKello in 39. So this puts the 88 in a position now. The 88 is out of the race too. So the top 2 guys in points now out of the race. Eli the Wolf could take advantage of this in terms of points lead. And even guys behind that could be out of the race as well. 18 Eli the Wolf. He's in where is he? He's in 33rd. It's not running that great. And then behind that, really just Six Flame, who's running pretty good today. So, this is really going to be a big point shakeup. You see at 13, the 07, no front ends. This is looking to be his worst finish right now, 38th, and right in front of him, the 07. So, they got just try to finish this race if they can, and or not looking too good. And then the 81 Quadruped just coming out pit road, trying to finish this one as well. At this point, just try to finish and get inside the playoff standings is his goal right now. So that's probably what he's going to try to do. Is he's going to. I'm not sure what the field's doing right now. I was concerned about stuff like this happening. It might be the fact that the 81 was trying to get one of their laps back. Yeah. So 01 getting some good laps led. And the pace car is giving the 1 to go sign. Just going double file now. Looks like Phil's doing something weird. Pace car's in. Looks like they're going to go good. Green flag's in the air. James the Fish trying to clear the 01. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Oh, barely maybe? Maybe? Oh, it's going to be closer. Oh, big wreck in the back, the 41. Battle for the lead to the caution flag. 01 trying. He needs these laps and we'll get the yellow. Yeah, caution after caution at this point. I'm going to confidently say we're going to need a green-white checker. And this will definitely put us in an interesting position as well. So I believe the 41 of Reggie Fogelman got involved in that one. Heavy damage looks like. Alright, so this is his first lap here. We just went green. 90s in the wall, no surprise. Notice most of these happening in the back. So, next, for the Cars and Cup Series race, looks like I'm going to need to lower the difficulty, for sure. But so far, so good in terms of the AI doing what they're supposed to. At this track, we had issues with that, like that in Martinsville. Oh, he just, Reggie swung it wide, got into the 00, got into the 64. I think the 64 got out scot-free there. Not so scot-free as I thought. Then he's back out in the field, right in front of the 11. And then the 13 may have gotten some damage. But other than that, looks like everyone else is pretty good and clean. And Reggie just kind of kept it clean there and tried best he could. Now it's lap 14, so that's interesting. So I'm very sure we're gonna go on a green, white, checkered. Reggie Fogelman now in last. Unchained, like I said, just trying to get some laps left. He's racing for Roach Racing in that 01 car. And Roach Racing has been very good this season despite all their ups and downs. Anthony Leclerc back in the top three. He could sneak in there and get a win. James Fish is just he was hoping to get win number 3 today, but I think Unchained might give him something for his money there here today. He's definitely getting more laps led than James is. If James does win, I don't think it's going to be enough to get into the playoffs with not leading as many as he would have liked, I'm sure. And after green light checkers on, assuming that we're gonna be under a yellow flag, assuming we're not going to be able to finish this race in the time given, but we might be able to have it turned on if we put in that situation. So. Brock Nelson in the top 10. He's just above the cut line. He's probably going to stay above the cut line after this race, and so is Jessica with being 11. That car being 11. Nimrod's fallen back to 9th, but still a great run today so far. Has really poured out their aggression in this race for sure. And then Six Flame just trying to get this race over with, get finished well, and definitely challenge for the points lead after this is all said and done, along with Eli the Wolf. So that points lead battle will not grow or shrink. I think Eli the Wolf will definitely challenge for position though, if he's gonna where is Eli? He's 27. I don't think he's gonna be able to. If anybody's Six Flame challenge for points lead after this race, but I think it's going to be next race when something's decided based on position. Because Six Flame is not in position really to catch up to those guys. Oh, we're going to win this time. Hopefully, get a 2-lap run. 0-1 versus a 35. Green flag back in here, 35. We need to clear is the question. He does. The 35 is able to clear the 54 under the 14. They save it off the corner, no issues, I don't think. 22 laps, rather, I think. We're wide off the corner there. We are under yellow. I don't think we made it to the caution flag. 35, now your new leader. I do believe that we're going to go back into green, white, checkered position. This is going to be a lot of laps left for James the Fish. Out of that wreck, I believe, was the, yeah, I can't say for sure. say it's 24 truly money, probably. He looks pretty far back. So this was going green. 24, who is pretty much last. Jack Ross has had a terrible season so far in his debut. We've seen a lot of guys send. Oh, the 90 just sent it on him. Oh, very big wreck there. Hits him again. Yeah. Sirs, I was hoping we wouldn't get into this point, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to say I'm only going to take screenshots of the wrecks that have taken people out of the race. That's how bad it's gotten. So the 90 of Matthew Hill likely out of the race. The 61 has fallen back tremendously. 91 actually now. 90 of Matthew Hill now out of the race. And leader now, James Fish back in the lead. So that's interesting. And not much changes in the top 5, but the 14 is able to hold 5th. So that's interesting. His debut doing pretty good. Logan Conrad. And we will be getting another attempt at green white checkered. Well, like I said, this race was an experiment, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad because I ran this difficulty. I guess it's just the GNS. Physics does not like 100%, 10% difficulty at Richmond, but I'm not going to take that many chances. I'm probably going to lower it to like 103 or 104 at Richmond in the Cup Series this weekend, this upcoming race in that race. So that's interesting. Like I said, 5 races to the playoffs. James Fish getting some crucial laps led here for his chances at the playoffs. And issue I have not seen yet today is cars getting past lap cars, so that's not good. Fact is the opposite of good. That is likely going to lead to some issues, as I believe the 77 specifically having issues. This is either going to extend their caution laps or cause a serious issue on the start. 77 appears to be the cause of it, for sure. Skittle. '61's a lap down. So I guess they're trying to get it figured out. I don't know what the 77's doing. So he's doing something. I have collisions under yellow turned off. So as these guys blow into each other, there will not be any damage. So that's a good thing. So those guys, I guess, are getting around each other pretty good. Only other is important 24 to get by. That way it all evens out well. It looks like they did. So everything got ordered out pretty well right at the last minute, so that's good. Hopefully our final restart in 0 issues. James the Fish versus Unchained. And what is likely, hopefully, a final 2-lap shootout. We could see more. If they don't, they got 1 lap under green, and the next lap finishes the race. The next flag will be the end of it. Green flag back in the air. I don't believe Unchained got a run there. 35 is still going. 15 made a move on the bottom. I don't think this. Oh, they bumped. Oh, the 35 gets turned from the lead. The 54 takes it. Oh, huge wreck. The 35, 11, 26. And just like that, we were back under yellow. The 54, oh, they're still wrecking. 93, 78, 58, just trying to race to the line. The 35 was racing for the win. Got turned by the 0-1 of Unchained. We knew that was something similar was going to happen. I've never seen anyone get wrecked from the lead like that in a long time. Unchained comes out of that 4th. The leader is, I believe, 54. So, wow, that was really interesting. 54 and the 14 now. Anthony McClure gets some valuable laps led. as we were going to go overtime for a second time for a wreck from the lead. That was crazy. I've never seen anything like that in a long time. We're going to go to the 01. We're going to go helicopter because I can tell, I just knew that there was going to be an issue off that corner because they were really beating and banging there. They were just trying to just get one guy off the other. I'm sure, for sure, I'm going to definitely record that wreck. So this is on the initial green flag run. And you see the 35 went in a little deep. Yeah, you can see he really sensed it a little bit. Did not quite have the run he was wanting. 54 tries to take advantage. 35 bumps him, tries to get him out of the way. He's not having it. And then they're both into the wall. And I think 35 probably got the worst of it for sure. 01 got slowed down a ton. Nimrod got involved. Came out of that third. Then 63, 35 got 26, and the rest is history. So that's why we are under caution again. Nimrod's back up to the top 5, but heavy damage. So out of the race from that one, I believe, is just the 26. No, the 11. Still 11. I think 26 still running. And then the 35, James Fish fell back to 23rd. And so his winning hopes are dashed. And Unchained led a lot of laps. Still running top 5 despite that. So, not a bad run. Yeah, that's definitely going to be one that I'm going to maybe even record and put on Twitter. That was a very interesting wreck. I've never seen a wreck related like that in a really long time, especially at a track like this. And we'll take that back. We had a wreck from the lead at Indianapolis through Cars and Cupsters. German Chick 81 was trying to pass Rich Country very early in the race, actually, and took herself and Reggie Fogelman out of it. And, that was a very interesting race, and that eventually took German Chick 81 out of the playoffs. So yeah. Rich Fogelman did make the playoffs in the Cup Series. He's running today in the 41. Got involved in that wreck earlier. Wasn't that bad of a wreck, so he probably won't make the highlight reels because of how many wrecks we've had today. Really just cars that have DNF'd, and definitely that one right there if I can remember to record it. And we probably will because unfortunately 58 and Melinda Jones also out of the race. She is inside playoff standings, and I believe the 61 in his debut. Carl Anderson not going to finish too good. May not make the finish of this race either. So 34 cars left. We're going green this time for a, I've said it once, I'll say it again, hopefully final restart. Tony 5811 has been flirting with the top 10 all day. Finished second here last season. Finished second last week. He's been consistent pretty much most of the season. Not consistent enough, however. And he is not too far back from the cutoff line. Neither is Jessica, who is only 3 points below. In his debut versus Anthony McClure in the 54, who joined after season start. Ox Kozar has made it inside the top 10. We're green flag in the air here at Richmond. The 14 tries to get a run on the top. The 29 is very slow after that wreck. Makes it 4 wide. The 06 goes low. The 4. Oh no, they're going to wreck off the corner. 06 gets spun by the 21 as they're wrecking it back. We do not make it to the caution flag. 01 trying to get around off the quarter. Here comes the 14 trying to pass the 54. It's close. 14 is able to get ahead as we are once again under a overtime. So 06 just straight up got spun out by the 21. We've seen that. No problem. But I've seen in the back, I think the 7 got totally demolished. Yeah, the 06 tried to get more than they could. Okay, the 7's been out of this for quite a while. It's probably the, I don't know who it was. It was a blue car. It might have been the 98. It was a blue car in the back. 98 was also out of this. Alright, so we may not get another finish here. The 14 may be declared the winner here. Just a possibility. Okay, so was it 07? We may not get another restart. So here we go, green for the overtime. He's got no front end at this point. Neither does the 13, having a really bad race. Those guys are. I believe it's 24 who was involved in another wreck earlier. Made it back to the top 5 after he got slowed down there. 13 got spun up by the 78. Those guys in bad position. The 06 got spun out, so I mean he just 06 screens literally spun out, like no cap. Both those guys somehow still in the race. As race was scheduled to be 10 laps, we are now 35 laps in, so that's crazy. And I'm now almost certain we're going to get a chance at this. So all these overtimes getting great laps for other guys, but it's just really lengthening the race. I made the difficulty way too high, clearly, because this is gone 3 times as long as it was supposed to. So almost 4 times as long. So that is rookie mistake in terms of time, but still, this is some pretty interesting points racing here. Unfortunately, James the Fish got wrecked out by the 0-1. 0-1's back in 3rd, by the way, got around the 29. 29 is not putting up any speed. That's what caused that spin out there. And I believe most of these guys in the back now. I'm really crossing my fingers we can get it done this time, because we don't have anyone except for the 29 who's an 8th. That would probably be our biggest threat right now for another wreck. Jack Ross has been inside the top 15. These guys that were in the back a while back are now like top 10 cars now because there's so many out of the race. We've seen 20. After that, it's 24 who was involved in the wreck earlier. So that's interesting. And Shaken Broke Racing also really close inside the top 10. Jessica is inside the top 10. This race has gone nuts. Then Shake and Bake, of course, the 5 is inside the top 10. And I think almost all their cars, except for Melinda Jones, who got wrecked out earlier, is inside the top 10. And Melinda Jones, probably the highest running in standings right now, prior to this race, was inside the cut line. That may change after this race. I want to take a look at 83 real quick. He's always sneaking in, getting good finishes and stuff. Where is he? Is he out of the race? No, he's running 20th. He might sneak in past some guys. Well, I think he's really high in points right now. Highest he can get at this point. He's passed everyone that he needs to. And everyone that he needs past is either too far up or is Eli the Wolf in 6th Plan. So he might pass Eli the Wolf. No, he won't pass Eli the Wolf. Eli's worked out a huge run. We're on green this time. 14 Logan Conrad has taken the lead. He is going to try to win it in his debut. And Anthony McClure also battling. I think we can get it done this time. Anthony McClure gets a run. Can he clear the Can he clear the 14 cars? The 29 once again very slow. He had contact with the car. Oh man. 0-1. Gonna make it. Oh, is he gonna press the issue? The 0-1 gonna press the issue. The 5's now on the bottom. They're gonna make it to the white flag. They will. 1 lap to go. The 54 is still able to keep his run on the top because the 5's low now. Oh, it's gonna be so close. 3 wide for the lead here at Richmond, coming into the final corner. The 54 misses the corner. The 14 to the lead. The 0-1 makes the last-ditch effort, and the race is over. The 14 of Logan Conrad has won in his debut. Dang, that was a crazy last couple laps. I think those guys knew that it was going to be an interesting race once they got to that line there. I don't think they're going to. Hold on. I don't think anyone wrecked out, and I think this race is over regardless. So yeah. Hold on a second. Yeah, race is over. Yeah, I knew they made it to the white flag. So yeah. So yeah, we'll see you next week at Man, that was crazy. man, man, that's something. I don't want to get this in the 40-minute video. Next week is Orlando Super Speedway. We know what happens there. That's going to be an interesting race. 4 races left now in the playoffs, and Logan Conrad pulled on an upset in his debut. We haven't had a lot of guys winning their debut in either series, so that's very interesting. And I think probably the winner today is probably Anthony McClure, and in terms of points, Anthony McClure and perhaps Tony 5811. That was a crazy last lap battle, but yeah, I'll be sure to get some good clips and stuff, and we'll see you next week at Orlando Super Speedway.